Happy December! Yeah, I was supposed to celebrate with a new top 20 video. You can guess what that is. But I just got lazy. So instead we'll be doing a catalog today. Hopefully that top 10 video will come out tomorrow or the day after. I don't know. But this is the Lego Shop at Home catalog from fall 2003. And it says new Spider-Man sets. So of course we've looked at 2004, 2005, 2006 catalogs. But kind of going out of order here since I got a new order of these 2003 catalogs. I think like a 2004 one. But, of course, this is the first one with the Discovery Kids. I guess this particular set, Lunar Lander. And this one has minifigures, which is really interesting. I like the use of these backpacks, as I don't see those too much. I think I have one of those from Arctic. But for 40 bucks, if this was released nowadays, I would get it, because I think this is a neat build. I like NASA stuff, as long as it's minifigure scale. Like, Woman of NASA, I had a problem with them choosing it, but if they just had a line of NASA sets that were minifigure scale, I would definitely buy the heck out of that. And they did back then in 2003. Either way, what's inside? There's some Bionicle, there's some trains, which sports, those were all in the last catalog. Orient Expedition was in the last catalog. But this one has the Spider-Man stuff, which seems to be a fall release for them. Quite interesting. I think, well, if this is 2003, I was going to say none of the Spider-Man movies came out in 2003, so it's just the two that they have that released in 2003. Now, we have the studio stuff, which weren't in the last catalog, so maybe these were just released right now as well. And it makes sense because this is fall 2003, and these were... Actually, wait. These were 2002 releases, so now I'm kind of confused. But I guess they brought them back because of Halloween, which kind of makes sense. That's why they say hard to find. Vampire Crypt. Oh my gosh, this set is one of my favorite sets of all time. That minifigure, the vampire, is one of my favorite minifigures of all time, which if you haven't seen that list, check it out. Never got this one, though. I never got the Werewolf Ambush. Got this one at, I think, the Rag Store. I think that's what they used to call it back in the day. I have this one, too. This Spider-Man set, the Green Goblin. It's just called the Green Goblin. This one was from 2002. It was under Studios, though, unlike the Spider-Man sets in this catalog. We also have Curse of the Pharaoh for $4. I did have this one growing up, so we had these three. And then there's this one, which is a set I don't think I'll ever get. It's very hard to find. The Scary Laboratory. I love the Frankenstein's monster in that set. I actually have this dude because they re-released him as part of the minifigure... What was it called? The Vintage Minifigure Collection? Something like that. And that was a pretty detailed figure for back in then. I mean, look at the leg printing. And this build is just interesting in general. I think there's all these little contraptions and stuff like that. There's even a little ghosty, which I love those classic Lego ghosts. That one was originally $50, which that's a lot of content for $50. And on the bottom, we got the pumpkin pack right here for $10. Which is kind of cute. So, I mean, it's Christmas time, but, you know, Halloween spirit right there. Now you have some of the Lego Spider-Man sets. I think, sorry, these three might have actually been released in 2003, and these are all not under the Lego Studios banner. So the original Spider-Man sets from 2002 were under Lego Studios. This was just its own theme called Spider-Man. I'm trying to see because it's like a thick page, but now there's no page in between there. And some of the differences between here was that now the Green Goblin had eye printing and a little bit of, I think, coloring for the teeth. Back in this one, you can see that it's just one color. They actually colored in the eyes and stuff like that, which I always wanted that version of Green Goblin, but he's pretty darn hard to find. What is interesting is that they include a director in here, so even though this wasn't Studios, they have a director in the set apparently, which I don't know if that is the right thing. I don't know if that's correct. Maybe they weren't talking about that set, so I don't know, huh? But this Spider-Man vs. Green Goblin Final Showdown set was really cool because, hello, it has this little tram right here, which I really like the design of that. And then they did the train one for 2004 for Spider-Man 2. This is a really hard set to get. I've been trying to get that for a while. Maybe someday I will get it. This set I've been trying to get for a while. The design of this is really cool. It's two separate scenes, and it's just the origins. And you have Green Goblin's origin, and then you have Spider-Man's origins. And those are two 16x16 base plates. I actually have a friend who had this, and I traded some parts for him. Or like, I think I paid him like $1 for like a part or something. Or I traded him like a Yu-Gi-Oh card for a part to get some of those base plates. But that was $30, and then this one up here, the Final Showdown, was $50. So nothing too expensive. And this one right here, I did have $20. I remember that one quite clearly. And then over here, I guess this is probably where the director character comes in, because this is a Lego Studio set, the Lego Spider-Man Action Studio, which is $30, and that was from 2002, so that was part of the studio's line. All right, now we get to Bionicle, which I have nothing to add to these. I don't even know how much of these were in the last catalog. This is a very popular movie, The Mask of Light, the Bionicle movie. We have some creator, which I'm sure were in the other catalogs and stuff. Don't have too much to add with them. Don't have too much to add there. Unless, are those X-Pods? Yeah, I don't think they're X-Pods. X-Pods were something that one of my best friends had. And those were kind of cool. Oh, look, they have more product reviews by Lego fans. These are always adorable. Which were in, what, the last catalog? Orient Expedition, which we did look at in the last catalog, but did they have Scorpion Palace? I don't think they had Scorpion Palace, because they only had the Oriental stuff. So, Scorpion Palace, this is a really nice set. $50, and it has, of course, a tribute to Indiana Jones with the ball rolling in the middle. But another set I really wanted, along with Dragon Fortress, but Dragon Fortress I want so much more. This one I could get, probably like for $150 or $200. I just haven't put much thought into it, because I want to get Dragon Fortress first and then get that one, unless I find a really good deal on that. This one I still have unbuilt. I should probably build that soon. I could review that soon. I kind of forgot about that one. I might put that on the side so I could do a review of that soon enough, probably before the end of the year. Of course, Dragon Fortress, which someday I'll get this. $90. And actually, they have the board game advertised here for Scorpion Palace, where Orient Expedition actually had a board game. Each set would come with these cards that you use for the board game, which was quite interesting. We have our sports sets, which we did look at last time around. Again, these have some really cool white base plates. And then this one I do own. And this one I own. Definitely this one. I think this one as well. What else? Do I even see this one? This one. Look, this is a separate set. There was like 3 of these snowboarding sets. These hockey ones are weird. They were like, not only did they have a minifigure hockey thing, but I don't know where the minifigure hockey... They had like maybe 1 or 2 minifigure hockey sets, but they also had these puck feeders right here. These puck robots, and I remember some of them were McDonald's toys, so I might have one of those. Actually, I did do a minifigure street hockey set, so you could check that out as a card up there. You have some more of the NBA Ultimate Arena, which I've never seen this built in like a professional review or anything like that. So someday somebody has to review this. I can't get my hands on this. This is a super rare, like I said. But then again, Market Street for $100. After that, anything could happen. We have NBA Collectors 2 with Shaq. We have NBA Collectors 1, NBA Collectors 5. I don't know basketball players, so I don't know. I have one of these. Might be this one. I might be wrong about that. We also have Street Ball 2v2, which is actually a cool set. Like, honestly, kind of wish I had this one. It's a nice little just alternative to having this big arena for $80. This one's just $20. We have the Return to Hogwarts Castle, which this is 2003. They still have the 2001 Lego Harry Potter sets. Which, yeah. I mean, that kind of makes sense because it is Hogwarts Castle, but that got replaced in 2004. And characters in here, which this is kind of interesting. They don't advertise him here. In the Hogwarts Castle, they have Peeves the Ghost. They do not say he's a character here because Peeves was supposed to be in the Sorcerer/Philosopher's Stone in the movie, but he is not present in the movies. That's based off of concept art, and they cut him out in last minute in the Harry Potter movies. The Quality Quidditch Supplies, which was one of the 2003 Harry Potter sets. And that one I do not have. I will get that soon. It usually goes for $50. I just don't really like that build that much, even though it is a store. It's just very shallow. You can see it's all on like, what is that? It's like a, definitely like a, I don't know. I don't know the length of that, but there's 4 studs deep, which is nothing. And we have the Quidditch Practice Set, which I do have. I did have when I was younger. Hogwarts Express. The Chamber of Secrets, which I have now. That's a great set. Gotta review that is going to be a hard one to review because it's hard to review big sets. This one I had growing up. This one is a set I want really badly. Privet Drive, I will get that eventually. I just need to do this top 10 list of like, this is not the top 10 list coming out soon, but it's like sets that I've wanted the most. My most wanted sets ever. One day I'll do that. That's kind of interesting. They don't have the other 2003 Harry Potter sets. I don't know why not. What else we got? This one, which I still got to open. We got some other World City stuff. Again, most of this was present in the last catalog. We have these classic Lego sets, the Lego Legends. This one is not a Lego Legend, but I love this set. I've already said a lot of this stuff. That set I want. This is one of my favorite Lego sets of all time. Got scammed on that set, which was a whole other video, but the seller was actually very nice about it. There's also Main Street, of course. You got your parts. And not much here. This is actually interesting. Look. Check out these other great themes online. Lego Explorer, which was a failure. Check out my rip-offs theme video for that. Island Extreme Stunts, which I have not seen in a catalog. Makes me sad, because that's a theme I really liked growing up. Arctic, another theme I liked growing up. Life on Mars, dang, these all date me. Wild West is just an amazing theme in general. Ford Junior's City, which isn't really a city, it's Town City. And Alpha Team, which is Alpha Team. Alpha Team's just its own thing. Which actually, I think there's an Alpha Team review coming out later today, so stay tuned for that. We've reviewed that before. Yeah, they usually advertise these sets. You even got an Island Extreme Beach Cruiser set, which I do own. I love that set. I just love Pepperoni as a figure. Clickets, which was so weird. Very un-Lego-like, but, you know, they were trying new thing. Didn't succeed, much like, what is it called? Lego Explorer. Belleville, which is interesting. I don't think this was in the last catalog. What we got? This was the Fairytale sub-theme, so I'm trying to see which set is which. They don't say which set is which. Okay, there you go. So this one is, look, A, B, and C. So A is Little Garden Fairy, so that's this one. Nothing really interesting there, except look at that dish piece with the mushroom on it. That's actually a cool print. B is Fairy Island, which, yeah, nothing really interesting there. They use felt. If you see, there's like felt builds integrated with bricks. And then we have Flower Fairy Party. Really weird prices. $9. We have $28 and then $48. Very strange on Lego-like prices. But yeah, this one isn't really that interesting. I do want to see what that build's like, though. You see that? That's like one piece with the shell on the back. I don't even know. And there's a big mailbox there, which is kind of interesting. All right, so there are some interesting parts in here, I'm going to be honest. There's also these Fairytale items, which it says all items not available in any store. So I think Belleville was popular in Europe, and then in the U.S. they just sold them direct to consumer for some of these. At least this 2003 sets. So this one is Saffron's Amazing Bazaar, which I like that piece right there. That's kind of an interesting piece. Of course, treasure chest in that translucent pink. We have E, which is Paprika and the Mischievous Monkey. Meh. I do like, actually, the Harry Potter Small Castle top in that translucent pink. Actually, the pink, there's also, like, a parrot in, like, Paradisa Green. That's interesting. And then we have the Golden Palace, which was $55. Again, weird price. Look at that raised plate right there. Very weird. And it has some studs back there. But yeah, also that bun piece right there, I think that's, yeah, that is, if I'm not mistaken, that is a chef hat piece with printing on it. Yeah, that piece is actually pretty hard to find. A lot of people love getting that piece, but that's one thing about Belleville. They had a lot of food pieces that weren't in other sets, but were fully compatible with regular Lego sets. And of course we have some generic castle stuff, and not, I mean, it's generic in general because it doesn't have a specific theme, but these are sets I love. Went over these in the last catalog, but $40 for that. Oh, I wish I could pay for that now. I love that set. I want these two so freaking much. The ones down here, Black Falcons Fortress, that's a great set. And this one, I don't really know if I like this set. They re-released it for Knights Kingdom 2 in 2006. Like, it was really weird. But those two up top I want so badly. We also have the Lego Legends Black Seas Barracuda, which $90 now for it sealed is like, whew, you got a deal if you found it for that. USS Constellation, another classic Lego set. Of course, Lego Legends means old Lego sets that they port over. And also we have the Temple of Mount Everest, which is $30, and I like the little 16 by 32 base plate right there in white. Really want that set. That's a hard one to find in general, but I could probably get it for like 80 on eBay. I don't know. I've seen a few. Just not ready to invest all in Orient Expedition because I need to get that Dragon Fortress first. But when I find a deal like that, one Emperor's Boat set, then I could get, you know, I don't mind buying it. The Wright Flyer was $60, which that's a really cool set. Again, that would be cool if they redid that. The big Statue of Liberty was $200. This guy I don't remember seeing in the last one. The Lego minifigure, $150. That's an interesting build, but it doesn't really hold up with the face now. I like the minifigures they do, or the large brick-built figures they do for like Giant Man, that guy in that new Power or Cole's Driller set, and Ninjago. Those are cool. Ares is another one. Soap with Camel was re-released in 2012, but with dark green, so that's interesting. And the Red Baron is up there. So some new ones, because I don't remember seeing Soapwolf and that minifigure in the last one, but also just a lot of the same. Mission to Mars, yeah, I think we saw these in the last ones, right? These are not the minifigure scale ones, so they don't really interest me too much, honestly. But I know a lot of people like the micro scale and stuff like that. Some of these are just huge. Like, look at this one. This rover, it reminds me of the Curiosity I did for Ideas. This one's $90, and it's like a mainly Technic build. And Mindstorms, which we looked at. Spybotics, nothing too new there. Racers, was there a Racers section last time? Well, it does say new here. $130 for this RC car right here, which... For RC car, I actually liked RC cars back in the day. That's a little known just to lore. We also have multi-challenge racetrack, which kind of interesting. It's almost like the start of Mighty Macros, but it looks like might be some minifigures on there. Yeah, but they're the minifigures that they use the base. That's just one piece, and then they use the head and the helmet. So that's interesting for $90. Almost trying to capitalize on Hot Wheels success. All they need to do was release one of those cool car garages or cool gas station, what is it called? I don't remember what they're called. Also, there's the Grand Central Station, which is $50 for World City, which we've seen a bunch of times before. It's just rubbing it in my face because I want this minifigure so bad because I want that hairpiece. And the high-speed train for World City. The Metro Liner, which is a classic. That one goes for so much sealed now. Beautiful set, beautiful set. Oh, there's also this Lego Legends train right here. So this was a classic one, but also the Metro Liner was classic. That was the Lego Legends. We got a cargo train, which cargo trains never interest me. But this is 9V. So I don't do 9V anymore. My Own Train as a theme. Which, again, lots of realistic looking trains. They can't do this nowadays. Don't think they would sell, but it's quite unfortunate because trains are actually really popular online. The train station, another set I really freaking want, but we'll never get. Again, a lot of these are just the same old from the last catalog. Yep, all those micro ones, which I don't really care for. These are good. Have these two. Want that one a lot. That's one of the other most wanted sets if I'm making this list, because I just want to get. I just want a Jabba's Palace. Got a at the Darth Maul statue, which was just a weird D to see. It's just like his bust. And almost at the end here with some, I don't even know, the Attack of the Clone sets. Ugh. Yucky. We have the ISD, of course, which is huge. I mean, out of date now, but again, if they did that nowadays, it'd be a lot of money for a D2C like that. And of course, the Rebel Blockade Runner. And I think that's it. Let me see. Anything interesting on the back? Well, I don't want to reveal this person's thing, so getting a little bricks in the ad. But this is the first Yoda's Hut set, which was with an X-Wing. Yeah, if you want Yoda's Hut, you got to get an X-Wing. I always wanted that set, but now with new Yoda's Hut, I don't need this set anymore. And it is $50 right there, so that is quite interesting. I like when they used to do, you know, the build and the play set with sets. All right. This is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this catalog. I think I have 2 more left, and then I'll have to order some more catalogs, or maybe the catalog series will be done. We'll have to wait and see. But I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.